Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from T&J. And make sure you hit that like button. And we are now headed into the bye week after that debacle of a loss versus Colorado State. And I mentioned earlier in recruiting that I wanted to add guys to the board in the middle of the season, but we are at the bye week, so I'll add some to the board during the bye week. We won't, do it obsessively because I don't want to cheat. And it's like, NCAA football, it's not perfect, but, one thing that you can take advantage of is the lock percentage for guys that are like higher ranked stars. And the rule of thumb that I'm going to use is that I can't add guys to the board after the first week that are ranked above 1,000. So it's either 1,000 or below, but there are still some good players here. You see Michael Cummings is a guy that we added to the board. He comes out at 69 overall as an outside linebacker. We do need a backup plan for Andre Armstead, our top recruit right now, if we don't get him. Another safety we added to the board is Michael Bailey. He's from Arizona. We do kind of want to add some Arizona prospects, maybe get that as an eventual pipeline state. And you see he comes in at 68 overall. Teddy Jones is a center from Arizona as well. And Clarence Grant is a cornerback from California, Huntington Beach. And he's actually coming in at 59 overall. We need to unlock his ratings a little bit, but we do need these skill positions, and he's a guy that we want to keep our eye on. So he goes down to 57 overall. I don't know what he's going to be when we unlock his true ratings, but we are hopping straight into this action. So looking at Wyoming, they are the #1 defense as far as yards given up this season. And looking at where we're at in the conference right now, Fresno State is ahead of us, UNLV is ahead of us, but we only have one loss here in conference, so we can still, take over that first position. So like I said, they're first defending the pass, 80 pass yards given up per game. That's just unheard of, and this is going to be a tough matchup. So here we go, coming off of that tough loss versus Colorado State, looking to bounce back, and here starting out the game, giving the ball to Malik Roberson for 4 yards on the jet sweep. So now 2nd and 6. Here's Montel Aaron facing a blitz, finding Trey Hartley. He gets a catch and he's gone. Already the second play of the game. He takes off for 57 yards, and it's hard to forget that Trey Hartley has that speed because when he gets the ball, he takes off. And you can see that 2 plays, and we got the 7-0 lead to start this game. So out comes Wyoming. They are led by quarterbacks Nick Smith, and he is a senior, but only 67 overall because remember they had Josh Allen last year, so this guy definitely hasn't gotten much playing time. Then they have Kellen Overstreet, the senior running back, and he's probably their star of their offenses. You see they're giving the ball to him early on and often. They do kind of have a balanced attack here as they throw the ball to the right side, and that's overthrown by Nick Smith as that's an incompletion and a punt already. So we have scored on this first ranked defense already through the air, and we're going to be looking to attack these guys every facet of the game, through the air, on the ground here on the play action, throwing the ball to Bailey Gaither across the middle, and that's a gain of 5. So now 3rd and 1 under center this time. Here's Montel Aaron, but this time Malik Roberson is getting stopped. And now we get it to a 4th and 2. So we're in 4-down territory versus the #1 defense. We're going to go for this. So from the shotgun, throwing the ball across the middle. And there is Ty Cottrell, the leading receiver of San Jose State this year. And he gets a completion across the middle. And that's a 1st down. So now on a 1st and 10. Running the screen pass, getting a block. And look at Malik Roberson maneuvering his way inside of the 15-yard line. A gain of 22. So now set up inside the 15. Here is Montel Aaron from the shotgun. Going to throw to the right side. He's going to find Tyler Nevins, the sophomore, as he gets a gain of about 6. So now close to the 5-yard line on a 2nd and 4. Hand the ball off to Roberson, and he finds a running lane and gets in for the touchdown. That's 6 yards out, and that's 14-0 to start this game. This is the start we were looking for versus this tough defense. So now here comes Smith back out onto the field, throwing the ball to his leading receiver here, Austin Conway, as he picks up 3 yards on that one. So now on a 2nd and 7, here is Kellen Overstreet getting the carry to the right side, and we get him to another 3rd and 3. So on this play, running the ball to their fullback Watson, but he picks up a big lane, and he is not going to be caught, and that's a touchdown as they get right back in it. Take a look I mean, just a straight up great play call on that one. Isaac Takia can't make the tackle, and they take this one all the way for the touchdown. So 7-14 here early on in this first quarter, as here is Trey Walker getting the reception on this one, 12 yards, as Montel Aaron is off to a good start so far. So now 1st and 10 at about the 33-yard line. Here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side, going to find an open Ty Cottrell open. He can't make the man miss, but it's a gain of 28, and we get another first down. So we are moving the ball pretty well versus this defense. So now here's Malik Roberson getting the carry up the middle on a 2nd and 8 and picking up 12 yards. So now we're at the 20-yard line. Here's Justin Holmes running the jet sweep this time. He's got some speed to him, but he only gets 3 yards on this one. That's the senior receiver, another senior on this offense. So now here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side this time, throwing to Tyler Nevins, who takes a big hit but holds on to it, and another first down on this drive. So now here's Montel Aaron trying to run the ball to Dejon Packer, but somehow that's a broken play, and he loses 3 yards on that one. So now 3rd and 13. Here he is standing in the pocket trying to roll out to the left, but he's going to get hit on the throw, and luckily that wasn't a fumble, as we had to settle for the field goal. So now 17-7 here as we wind down the first quarter. Here's Kellen Overstreet getting the carry on this one. He's getting to the outside, breaking a tackle, and already on the first play of the ensuing drive, 26 yards up the middle. So now 1st and 10, 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Here is Nick Smith throwing the ball deep, testing Zamore Ziegler, and gives it up to Austin Conway, the slot receiver. So now Austin Conway's had 2 big catches, but look at Zamore Ziegler. He can't get turned around on that when he gives up the big play. So now they're inside the 5-yard line here on the 1st and goal, throwing the ball across the middle, and that's Conway again for a touchdown. All 3 of his completions so far, Nick Smith, are all to Austin Conway, as now this lead is cut down to just 3. So now here's Ty Cottrell on the next drive, getting open on the corner route that time, and picking up the first down. So now here to start the second quarter, Montel Aaron throwing out to the left side, and this one is going to be picked off by the quarterback on that one, and that was thrown to Trey Hartley, as Hall gets a lot of room to run, and he gets inside the 15-yard line, the first mistake of the game by Montel Aaron. But take a look at this route. I mean, that cornerback was on Trey Hartley like glue, and he comes up with the interception. So now on the ensuing drive, here is Johnson. That's C.J. Johnson breaking a tackle, and he's actually the best rated receiver on their roster at 81 overall, and he gets in for the touchdown. And just like that, our lead is gone. So now on a 2nd and 7 on the next drive, here's Bailey Gaither getting open to start out this next drive, and that's a gain of 27, as Bailey Gaither has just been reliable for us so far this year. So now here's Malik Roberson getting the carry to the right side and picking up about a gain of 8 as he moves the ball closer into field goal range. So now facing a 3rd and 1. Here is Montel Aaron throwing out to the right side. That is Josh Oliver, the senior, and he picks up 12 on his own. So now 2nd and 11. Here's Malik Roberson getting the carry up the middle, and that's a big hit by the middle linebacker, as now we're faced with a 3rd and 9. Here's Montel Aaron under center this time, gonna roll out to the left side and try to get rid of it. He gets it out to Josh Oliver, and Josh Oliver fights for the first down. It looked like he was gonna be stopped about a few yards short, but he fights his way for a 4th and inches. So we do line up to go for it, and Tyler Nevins does pick it up and taking another big hit from this number 1 defense. So now on a 2nd and goal here, 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Montel Aaron throwing out to the right side. That's gonna be overthrown, and he had a couple of guys in the area, and that's going to face a 3rd and goal. So here is Montel Aaron throwing out to the left side, and that's almost picked off by Marcus Epps. There was 2 receivers in the area, and we chose which one to throw it to, and that time the running back was the choice, and he made a good play on that one. So now on the next drive, there is Caleb Oakes getting a sack to start out the next drive. That's a good way to start on defense. So 3rd and 9. Here is Nick Smith getting rid of the ball as he's getting hit, and he finds Mayfield on that one. And Tyree Mayfield picks up a gain of 28, and that was just a pretty good throw, getting hit by Isaac Tagia on that one. So now here is C.J. Johnson getting the slant route on that, and that's a gain of 11. So they're moving the ball closer and closer on each play. So here's Mayfield once again picking up a gain of 8, as we just cannot stop them on this drive. So now under a minute left. Here is Nick Smith trying to scramble out. Nobody's there for the spy, and he picks up about a gain of 8 again. Zamora Ziegler on the tackle. So now on a 1st and 10. Here's Nick Smith again, rolling out to the right side, but this time he's going to get sacked by Latu, and Latu's been having an all right season. He's been doing all right stopping the pass, but, stopping the run, we definitely need some work there. But on the 2nd and 17, they get it all right back. A perfect throw to Austin Conway, as he's been torching us so far in this first half. So now on a 2nd and goal, here's Kellen Overstreet getting another carry to the right side and another touchdown. As wow, they put up 28 points on us so far this half. So we do have 3 timeouts left, just trying to throw a Hail Mary on this next drive, and here throwing out to the right side, and that's picked off by Wingard, their star safety, and he's going to take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. So that's disastrous. How did he catch that? So now they get lined up for a field goal before half, because they did return it into field goal range, but that one's going to be wide left, as we kind of luck out on that one. But Wyoming does take the 8-point lead going into half. So now to start the second half, here is Nick Smith under center, throwing out to Kellen Overstreet, and Overstreet's going to break a couple of tackles, and he's getting only 2 yards on that one. So 3rd and 5. Here is Smith under center, going to have some time to throw, but he's going to run this one. He's going to make it to the first down marker, breaking a tackle, still on his feet, and he gets a gain of 12. So now under center here on a 1st and 10, close to the 50-yard line. Here's Nick Smith throwing across the middle, and that's about a gain of 7 as they move to the 50-yard line. So now here's Nick Smith on the play action, throwing the ball over the top to Mayfield on a 3rd down pass, and that's going to be dropped by the tight end. So they do line up to go for it here on a 4th and 2. Running the fullback in motion, giving the ball to Kellen Overstreet, and we almost get him in the backfield. That's actually Evans on that one, but take a look. We just run right past Evans as he just avoids the tackler and stumbles his way for the 1st down. So now here is Nick Smith trying to scramble out. This time he's going to get sacked, and that's going to be Trey Jefferson, who rotates in behind Bryson Bridges, and he gets in for the sack. So now 3rd and 11. Here is Smith thrown out to the right side, and this time CJ Johnson going to run the out route and get open for the 1st down. So they've been converting here on these 3rd and 4th downs, as that's been big on this drive, as Kellen Overstreet gets another carry to the left side. That's a gain of about 5. So now 2nd and 5 here, running the draw play to Evans, and here's Evans picking up another room. Oh my, Nico Evans gets 23 yards on that one, and nobody saw that play call coming. There was a lot of room for him to run, and just like that, it's a 2-score lead. So now here on the next drive, throwing the ball out to Josh Oliver. He's picking up a gain of 9, as we're now faced with a 3rd and 1. Here's Tyler Nevins getting the carry up the middle, but only a gain of 2, as our running game has been bottled up to this point. But we do have a 1st down now after that play on a 1st and 10, rolling out to the right side. Here's Montel Aaron throwing on the run. He's going to find Trey Hartley. He's going to put on a spin move, and he's off to the races as he makes it to about the 2. So, wow, 63 yards on that reception, and what a spin move put on by Trey Hartley. He's had 2 big plays in this game. So now on a 2nd and goal, giving the ball off to Tyler Nevins inside the 5, and that's going to be a gain of 2. So now 3rd and goal, run the read option, but this time Tyler Nevins is going to get stopped before the end zone, as we're now faced with a 4th and goal. So 3 straight running plays, giving it off to Roberson. This time he's going to barely make it into the end zone for the touchdown on the 1-yard run, and we get it down back to an 8-point deficit. So now here's Kellen Overstreet on the next drive, getting a handoff to the right side, and here he is getting free for 24 yards. Take another look. I don't know what happened on that, but Ethan Aguayo ran into a offensive lineman and somehow could not contain his balance. So now here's Kellen Overstreet on the next play, 1st and 10, breaking a million tackles, and nobody can bring him down. God. What a beastie run on that. He throws off one stiff arm, throws out a second stiff arm, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. We finally get him down. So Kellen Overstreet is starting to take over so far in this second half, as we finally get Nico Evans in the game after that beastie run, and we can tackle him at least. So now here's Nick Smith on a 3rd and 11, having all day to throw, throwing to Kellen Overstreet. He's going to stumble his way to the 1st down marker. He's not going to pick it up. So now they're faced with a 4th and 1. They do decide to go for it. Can we stop him on this one? Here's Overstreet getting the carry to the right side. He throws off Jonathan Leonard, and he gets the first down. Wow. So they've converted on 2 4th downs, 2 big ones, so many 3rd down conversions, and they've been able to keep drives alive with this running game. So here on a 3rd and 2, another 3rd down conversion. Here's Kellen Overstreet getting the carry to the right side, and he's picking up a gain of 7, and that's enough for another first down. So now inside the 5-yard line, here on the 2nd and goal, running Watson in motion, getting Kellen Overstreet to kind of circle around. He doesn't know where he's going, and he loses a gain of 1. So we had him in the backfield, kind of got him turned around, as they're now faced with the 3rd and goal. Here's Nick Smith from the shotgun. This time facing some pressure, and he's going to get sacked by Owen Roberts, the senior defensive tackle, and we get them to settle for a field goal. So now on the ensuing possession, here is Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side on a play action, dumping it off to Malik Roberson, who gets out of bounds. He kind of had some room to run on that one, but only a gain of 4. So now 2nd and 6, facing some pressure up the middle, and Montel Aaron does get out of the pocket but cannot get it to his receiver. He gets hit on that, and now we're faced with a 3rd and 6. So now here in the 4th quarter, on a 3rd and 6, throwing the ball over the middle, and that's picked off by their star safety Wingard again, as he and Josh Oliver were just not on the same page. Take another look. Josh Oliver's running the out route, and somehow Montel Aaron overthrows him over the top, and that probably would have been a deflection anyway. That receiver, that cornerback, was on Josh Oliver like glue. So here's Kellen Overstreet on the next play, getting the carry to the left side, a gain of 10, as that one puts him over 100 yards. So now on a 1st and goal, here's Overstreet again, this time getting stopped by Jamal Scott and Ethan Aguayo. So now on a 2nd and goal, once again, handing the ball off to the right side, but this time he bulldozes his way through a bunch of tackles, and that makes it 45-27 in this game, as we have not been able to stop Kellen Overstreet. So now we need to recover from that interception, as here on the first play, running Josh Oliver deep, but he gets hit on the pass. And Montel Aaron has just not looked impressive in this second half. The offensive line has just been crumbling as well. Look at, this pressure is in there right away, as here he throws the ball deep on a 3rd and 10, and that's almost caught by Bailey Gaither. He gets behind Andrew Wingard, as Wingard's had a huge game in this one. So now on a 4th and 10, we got to go for it, but this one is deflected by Antonio Hull. And this has just been the story of this game. Their defense has just stepped up in this second half. These cornerbacks just know what routes we're running, it seems like, and we just have had nothing here in the second half. So now under 4 minutes left in this game, here is Nick Smith set up inside the 10-yard line on a 3rd and goal, and we at least get them to settle for a field goal this time, but not much better, 48-27, as we have one more chance to maybe put some points on the board. So here's Montel Aaron on the next drive, throwing the ball across the middle, and that's Josh Oliver on the 15-yard reception, as he picks up the first down on that one. So now on the next first down, here is Montel Aaron throwing out to the right side, but this time it's going to be picked off once again by who else but Andrew Wingard, his 3rd interception of the game. And if all else fails, wow, this defense has just been balling out, and Andrew Wingard has himself a game for this #1 Wyoming defense, and we see why. They had the #1 pass defense in the nation, as, wow, Montel Aaron, what a 180-degree flip from the first half, as he throws 4 total picks, and our receivers just weren't on the same page this game. It was just a defensive domination in the second half by Wyoming, and that run game of their offense just cannot be stopped, as their offensive line pretty much dominated our defensive line in the run game, and we just could not stop those 3rd down, those 4th down conversion plays. So I want to say, in this second half, we should have probably got the ball to Ty Cottrell. We kind of got away from him, and he's our moneymaker. We got to give him the ball. We can't do that again. But on the defensive side, not much to say here, because not a lot of guys had a good game. I'd say that Caleb Oakes had a decent game at defensive tackle. He had 2 tackles for loss. He did have a sack as well. Owen Roberts had a decent game. He had 2 tackles for loss, 4 tackles total, and he had a sack. But our secondary, we definitely want to make some changes here because I'm really concerned at our slot corner position. I'm thinking I'm going to move Trey Webb there or maybe Bobby Brown. We have three good sophomore safeties, and we probably want to use one of those guys as our slot, as our nickel corner. So that's probably a move that I'm going to make going into next game. I'll probably talk about it a little bit before the next game, but we'll see because Nick Smith, he definitely had a higher completion percentage at only 66 overall. I mean, if that's not alarming, I don't know what is. Kellen Overstreet is actually a junior. I said he was a senior earlier. He's actually a junior, so we will see him again next year. He went over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. CJ Johnson, their best receiver, he didn't really do too much, but he did enough to at least do some damage. He's going to be back as well next year. But look at their offensive linemen. I mean, they just straight dominate our defensive linemen. I mean, look at this. I mean, just straight domination. So we definitely got to clean some stuff up with starting with our, slot corner, our nickel dime corners. And we kind of want to get some better coverage there. And as well as pass rush. I mean, we just faced a 66 overall quarterback, and we got torched pretty much. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We are still in the hunt, even with 2 losses in conference, but we do drop to 3-4 on the season, so we do want to improve there. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.